Please be seated. Good afternoon, students, families, friends, and faculty. Welcome to the Capuchino High School commencement ceremony for the class of 2019. At this moment, please do us the favor of silencing your cell phones. If you have an umbrella right now, please put it away. Be kind to your neighbors. Please join us in welcoming Capuchino's former principal, Ms. Shamar Edwards, and from the San Mateo Union High School District, School Board President, Mr. Greg Land. Deputy Superintendent Dr. Kirk Black. Superintendent Dr. Kevin Scally. We would also like to welcome Mayor Rico Medina. And Council Member Mr. Michael Salazar. Thank you for your support and outstanding leadership. Please rise for the national anthem and pledge of allegiance. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Senior Class Treasurer Emily Vassell. Emily Vassell is a four-year student athlete. She represented Capuchino at Girls State and will be studying business management at San Diego State University in the fall.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated and welcome our senior class president, Gianna Vasquez, and our senior class vice president, Brendan Verna. Gianna is a four-year student athlete and an avid member of Capuchino's leadership class. In the fall, she will be starting her academic journey at Skyline College so she can later pursue veterinary school at UC Davis. Brendan is a four-year student athlete playing water polo and swimming. He has been a part of leadership for 2 years and will be attending Bellarmine University in the fall, majoring in nursing and continuing his swimming career.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, and the graduating class of 2019. I would like to thank you all for coming out to this day of graduation. Some of us had an easy way to get into this day. Some of us struggled and had a very hard time getting here. But every person in the green and gold cap and gown did it. We all made it to this day. As many of you know, Capuchino's mascot is a Mustang. In 1971, the United States Congress honored the Mustang with the title of the living symbol of the historic and pioneer spirit of the West, which continues to contribute to the diversity of life forms within the nation and enrich the lives of American people. It is said the word Mustang is derived from the word Mustango, which translates to ownerless beast. It is said Mustangs demand respect and will not tolerate abuse. It is also said Mustangs are known for their intelligence and independent spirit. A Mustang also comes in many different shades and sizes. The Mustang truly represents our class as a whole. Before I hand it over to Gianna, everybody who is going into the active military in our graduating class, can you please stand up? Thank you, everyone. Let's give it up for the senior class president, Gianna Vasquez.
Thank you, Brendan, and thank you to everyone who is here today to help celebrate Capuchino's graduating class of 2019. Today is an exciting day. Thank you to our administration, staff, and faculty for working hard all year to make sure students succeeded in a safe working environment. Thank you to the lovely parents on the graduation committee who worked diligently to make today's ceremony possible. I would like to start off by applauding my class for all the hard work and dedication that they have put into these past 4 years here at CAP. It's crazy to think that 4 years ago we entered this school as timid freshmen who got lost in the halls as we scrambled looking for our classes and wondered if Freshman Friday was a real thing. Sophomore year, we became more comfortable as we began to get the hang of high school. Many of us were able to break out of our shell and loosen up as we tried new things. Junior year, we were finally secure enough as we gained a sense of confidence because we were no longer lowerclassmen. But unfortunately, many of us were introduced to stage 1 senioritis. Now, here we are, finally finished with our senior year and ready to begin being freshmen again. It's surreal to think that we started kindergarten all those years ago with our parents holding our hand as we entered the gates of a new school as they guided us to start our academic journey, and now today they are sitting in the crowd watching us walk across the stage as we conclude our years as high school students. I would like to applaud and thank all parents, guardians, and families for always being by our side and continuing to guide us by pushing us to be the best versions of ourselves that we could be. The journey to today would have been much harder if we didn't have the direction and assurance you all gave us, reminding us what we are working towards. As Charles Dickens says, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. And I think that could be easily applied to the years we've spent here. We've persevered through SATs, IAs, college applications, IB courses, and IB testing, but now we can finally say that we never have to do one of Mr. K's graphic organizers or another timed paper 2 for Mr. Connolly ever again. I would like to highlight many of you for breaking out of your comfort zone throughout your years here. Whether it was joining a sports team regardless of your athletic abilities, or for some of us, inabilities, or if it was joining that club that always stood out to you but you weren't quite sure if you'd fit in. You put yourself out there. You were able to create so many memories and relationships with people that you will hold near and dear to you forever. Many people fear change, but ultimately change is inevitable. However, that doesn't always mean that change is a bad thing. Think about who you were when you began your freshman year and who you are now. I think it's safe to say that none of us are the same person today that we were in August of 2015. We have helped each other flourish into amazing young adults. Most people think that they need to leave a legacy wherever they go. Whether it's in their high school, college, a sports team, or a club, people always want to be remembered as the greatest. But I think it's important to remember that you shouldn't aim for greatness in return for money, fame, or recognition, but for the mark you leave on those who you've crossed paths with. Our time spent here together as a class at Capuchino cannot be remembered by grades, popularity, or the amount of likes we get on our Instagram posts, but by the kind of person you were and how you treated other people. I hope you carry this idea with you into the next phase of your lives, and I hope you always remember to practice the characteristics of a Mustang by having an independent spirit and always expanding your mind. Never settle where you land. Today marks the day that we are all embarking on a new journey as individuals, and we have nothing holding us back. We all exemplify the ownerless Mustang, each responsible for the choices we make, regardless if they are good, bad, ugly, or something in between. Always be confident and courageous and never be afraid to take chances, no matter how scary the possible outcome may be. To my fellow classmates and peers, These past 4 years with you have been amazing, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very best. Thank you. Welcome to our graduation. Now let us recognize and acknowledge our salutatorians. Jonathan Kayapan. JK or Tina Fu. Shreya Jayanthi. Elena Keys. Wei Nai. Isabella Vellante, and Kayla Zhang. Please stand. Jonathan Kayaban is a committed missionary and an adept musician, involved in many Capuchino music groups such as the Chamber Strings, String Quartet, Drumline, and Jazz Combo. Jonathan plans to attend UC San Diego to study electrical engineering. Tina Fu is a student who actively participated as a volunteer at Mills Peninsula Hospital for 3 years and was a Capuchino peer tutor. In the fall, Tina will be studying psychology at the University of California, Davis. Shreya Jayanthi has participated in theater all 4 years of high school, along with being a peer tutor, Interact Public Relations Officer, Mills Peninsula Hospital volunteer, and co-president of the Capuchino Activist Club. In the fall, Shreya will be attending University of Southern California to study psychology and public policy. Elena Keys is a dedicated student who is passionate about music and visual arts. She is looking forward to working and traveling over the summer. She will be studying design at the University of Washington in the fall. Wei Nai is a proud Capuchino Mustang and a future engineer. He is a member of several clubs at school and a Questbridge National College math finalist. In the fall, he will be studying mechanical engineering at University of California, Berkeley. Isabella Vellante has played volleyball and participated in CAP's theater production since freshman year. She'll be attending University of California, San Diego in the fall. Kayla Zhang has studied in the United States for 4 years. In fall, Kayla will be studying robotics engineering at UC Santa Cruz. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Please be seated.
And now we welcome ASB President Joshua Hafter and ASB Treasurer Antonio Gumba as they recognize the class of 2019. Joshua Hafter served 4 years in leadership as Tech Commissioner, ASB Treasurer, and the student body's ASB President. He participated in cross-country and track for 4 years. He was also active in the Interact Club. In the fall, he will be attending the University of Oregon, majoring in business. Antonio Gumba served 2 years in leadership as Community Wellness Commissioner and ASB Treasurer. He participated as a track and field thrower for the last 3 years and was involved in Leo's Club, Interact Club, and Chess Club. In the fall, he will be attending Skyline College and plans to transfer to a UC to major in computer engineering. Please welcome ASB President Joshua Hafter and ASB Treasurer Antonio Gumba.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank all my teachers and peers for allowing me to have the opportunity to give a graduation speech. Because let's be honest, of all the people to give a speech, I'm pretty sure I'm the least qualified to give one. If I could describe this year, I would use just one word: chaotic. I mean, seriously, from all the internal assessments we had to do, especially yours, Mr. K. College applications, IB exams, to learning to learning the meaning of life in Mr. Connolly's and figuring out what homework assignment I had to do during lunch so I don't turn it in late. No wonder Miss Tucker complains about her second period always being asleep all the time. But even after all the exhausting work that came with this year and the 3 years prior, I'm pretty sure I learned to love it all, even if I probably lost a year's worth of sleep from it. And trust me, the workload from this year isn't going to go away for a lot of us. It's only harder from here. But after the years we spent here, I know everyone behind me is prepared for what's ahead. But if I'm being honest, I'm really going to miss Cap, no matter how much I complain about everything. And everyone knows I complain way too much for my own good. I will always love this school for what it's given me. It gave me the chance to learn more about myself, the people around me, and a little bit about the things the teachers try to teach us. You know, I can still remember all the people I met in Miss Nicholas's class Spanish class freshman year. It's surprising how they still stayed my friends after all these years, and how they actually haven't gotten tired of how loud and obnoxious I am. It's weird how during all these years, the only things I remember are the little experiences I had with others. Like how I remember Mr. Galdona making a really bad joke involving an experiment with nuts and bolts, and how I always remembered how my friend Miley always shook her arm in frustration when either Christian, Ben, or myself did something ridiculously stupid but hilarious. And I'll always remember that one day Mr. Connolly started class by standing up on a chair and yelling, "We're all gonna die." Yeah, learning about existentialism was great. Overall, I'm genuinely gonna miss everyone that I've met along my journey throughout high school, and I don't regret a single moment I've spent here. Class of 2019, we did it. Anyway, now that I'm done with my part here, I'd like to welcome our ASB president, Joshua Hafter.
Good afternoon, families, staff. Good afternoon, families, staff, faculty, and most of all, my peers graduating in the class of 2019. I want to thank the staff and students of Capuchino for honoring me with the privilege of speaking to you today. I am still surprised to be selected to speak, particularly because you let a teen who wore pajamas and red shoes every day speak during a graduation ceremony. This graduating class that is behind me had to go through a lot in order to reach this day. Take the time to look at your friends sitting with you now. We share a lot in common. When we won our first rally game our freshman year, the rest of the school booed. We were always assigned the worst colors possible on rally days, and we were the last freshman class at Capuchino to be teased simply for being freshmen. And as for me, I became a trending meme on a very well-known Instagram page for doing a tinkling dance in the upper spirit court at lunch and ultimately failing. Despite the struggles in getting here, we made it through together in order to walk across the stage and earn our diploma. We made a community with our peers. You all made a community with our peers to help with classwork, emotional distress, or just having someone to lean on. We all did this together. As we think back upon our hardships, struggles, pain, and sacrifice, it is an opportunity to reflect on what got us into this position we are in today. Our ability to overcome obstacles will help us as we venture onwards and progress towards the future. We could have not done this alone, though. We had an amazing administration who has kept us in check. Ms. Sketches, Ms. Quay, Mr. Boyce, and Mr. Rodriguez, thank you so much. They are the ones, just so you all know, that have approved funding and volunteered their own time for letting us have festivities such as proms, rallies, the senior activity day just last Tuesday, and the ability to celebrate after graduation. Without their support, none of these fun events could have ever been possible. And in addition, we need to thank our families right here in the crowd right now. There are a lot of you here today. Your attendance today and your support during our high school years reminds us that we have a great support system to lean on in the years ahead. Thank you for being there to celebrate our happy moments, while also being there when things didn't always go our way. Finally, class of 2019, I suggest that we all use the time that we have wisely. As you know, high school went by in one Thanos snap. Instead of living in fear of what college or our careers have to offer in the future, with higher accountability for our mistakes, take the time now to enjoy the roller coaster called life. It's not about the destination, but instead the journey in taking the steps of becoming an adult. I have learned that time is something you can never get back. You can't change the grades you have earned in classes or take back what you said which may be uncalled for. But instead, we should structure ourselves in the present to achieve a better future. Take the initiative of interacting with others. Take risks in your life because you believe there could be a possible outcome. Take risks in your life just to say you experienced something, that you experienced life, that you tried something new. Then pass on that experience onto someone else. You do you. Because right when you walk or slide across this stage to get our diploma, you can make your life whatever you want it to be. And it's never too late to make your impact on someone, our community, or the world. Thank you, and go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Now, we are honored to introduce our valedictorian, Lynette Caballero. Lynette Caballero hoped that Capuchino would help her discover her purpose in life. But as Antonio said earlier, Mr. Conway existentialism have made Lynette even more confused about her existence. Despite her uncertain future, Lynette has grown tremendously throughout high school, figuratively, not literally. She will continue her education at UCLA as an undeclared humanities major. Please welcome Lynette.
Good afternoon to the families, friends, teachers, and faculty who are here to celebrate the class of 2019. This speech is relatively short because halfway through writing it, I realized that we would all be tired of sitting through speeches, and what we truly want is to get this show on the road. So without further ado, to my family, thanks for giving me a bed to sleep in, food to eat, clothes to wear, and money to pay tuition with. Raising a child, especially a sassy and sarcastic one like me, is not an easy task. To my teachers, thanks for the knowledge, laughs, and meme-worthy moments in class. I appreciate all the times you treated me as an actual human being and not just another annoying teenager. I also enjoyed impersonating some of you on a daily basis, especially you, Mr. Vasquez. Do your work. To my friends, Russell and I thank you for the memories and inside jokes. What? Okay, red. Hey. Jinx, bless you. Each and every one of you has a special place in my heart. And to the class of 2019, even though I didn't know everyone, I wish you all the best of luck in life. May you define your own success. May you live authentically. And most importantly, may you never forget your worth as a human being. Before I sit down, I wrote a little something that I felt summarized high school. The format may sound familiar, but it's okay if you don't recognize it. Long ago, the class of 2019 lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when procrastination attacked. Only graduation, the goal of all Capuchino Mustangs, could stop it. But when students needed it most, IB started. 2 years passed and the class of 2019 discovered a new obstacle, senioritis. And although having no motivation is great, this generation has a lot to learn before getting ready for retirement. But I believe we can save the world. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2019. We would also like to honor our valedictorian, Lauren De Batista. Lauren is a 4-year student athlete as well as an IB diploma candidate. She has also dedicated her time to working and volunteering at the zoo throughout high school. She will be studying biomedical engineering at CSU Long Beach in the fall.
Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you to everyone who is here today. for being able to share this celebration with our graduating class. Today finally marks the day that we have all been dreaming of ever since we walked into Capuchino High School 4 years ago. I remember walking into Capuchino on my first day, freshman year, and I thought, how in the world am I going to do this for 4 years? It took me only about a week to realize that high school was nothing like the movies, which I was a little disappointed about, but little did I know what amazing things were in store for me throughout these 4 years. As we all stand here today, making our moms and dads proud, it feels like everything we have all worked so hard for has finally paid off. Ever since I was a little girl, I imagined myself walking across the stage during my high school graduation, but I never thought I would be valedictorian giving this speech, so I just want to say thank you to a couple of people. Thank you to my friends and family for supporting me throughout this whole journey, because without you all, I wouldn't be who I am standing before you today. And thank you to the educators and faculty members at the school for always giving me the work to prepare me for success. So to be honest with you all, I actually had a lot of difficulty writing this speech because I know all of us are only 17, 18. I'm only 18, so I haven't even lived a quarter of my life yet. So I found it hard to talk about the significance of high school when it has only been a 4-year period of our lives. But as I'm sure we all know, these past 4 years have been a lot more than just the label of education. Some of us found the best friends that we will have forever. Some of us even met the love of our lives. I think we can all agree that throughout high school, we have experienced memories that will resonate with us for as long as we will live. And there will be no memories that are just like our high school memories. What is important now is that we are all here today to celebrate our achievements, both as a school and individually, and the journey on which we have all embarked toward our future. As we drift apart and attend college all over the world, we have to reflect on these 4 years to prepare us for the road ahead. I mean, some of us have known each other ever since preschool or kindergarten and have seen each other grow into adulthood together. We have all come so far since freshman year. Throughout high school, I learned a lot about the society we live in. Shout out Mr. Connolly. I learned a lot about coping with massive amounts of stress and drama, but most of all, I learned about what it means to mature. And with that comes learning from my mistakes and growing as a person with each one. One thing that I hope will resonate with my class is the importance of clearing up anything that we don't want to carry on throughout college. All of the obstacles that we have faced, we have seemed to always get through it one way or another. And all of the stress that we are feeling right now, in this moment, isn't going to matter 2 months from now. But I choose not to think of this day as leaving everything behind and the end of an era, but instead the beginning of a new one. My dad has always told me that no matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter if you go to Skyline or Stanford. It's what you do at that school, what you make at that school that matters. This summer will be our last hurrah to experience all of the high school things we didn't get to do yet with our class. Live a little, love a little, work hard, play hard, and never forget that you are the author of your own life story. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Please now direct your attention to our chamber choir who will be performing Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper and Bob Hyman.
you will be waiting for you. Time after time, ba ba da, ba da, ba da da, ba da da, ba da da da, ba da, ba da da, ba da da, ba da da da. Secrets stolen from deep inside. Whoa, the drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting for you. Time after time, oh, time after time. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting for you. Time after time. Don't you know? If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting for you. Time after time. 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 Time after time.
Time after time.
We'll wait for our graduates to have a seat over here. Good job, good job. Nice job. And now we would like to welcome Superintendent Dr. Kevin Skelly to share a few words with our graduates and guests.
So warm congratulations to the Capuchino class of 2019. I want to say the 8 words to you that every family wants to hear, and that is, we would like to offer you a job. And no, I'm not serious about a job, but what I am serious about is I want you to consider a career in education as you journey on. Now, my interests are somewhat selfish. I know that all of you have a home right now. So as a district, we wouldn't have to be looking around for a place for you to live or build staff housing or anything like that. So that's one advantage to recruiting you for this profession. But the other reason is that I think from your experience, you understand, based on your interactions with the adults here, that teaching is more than just a job. It's a vocation. It's a calling. It's the highest kind of work that one can do. And that we call on you, we call on our schools to address every social ill that there is. And through your work at Capuchino and the ethics that you've demonstrated and your concern for the environment, for justice, for tolerance and empathy for others, you've already demonstrated that you know what it's like to do that kind of work. And then finally, if you do education right, you can end up like our next speaker, who is the same age as I am, but because he spent so much time with young people and being with them, he looks far younger than I do. And we're the same age here. So with that, I'd like to introduce your new first-year principal, Mr. Jesse Boyce.
Thank you. At this time, all IB diploma candidates, please stand. I would like to take a moment to recognize this year's IB diploma candidates. These students have taken the most rigorous coursework our school offers and went above and beyond by completing the additional IB diploma requirements. Please join me in congratulating them. You may be seated. Capuchino community, what an honor it is to stand before you today. My name is Jesse Boyce, and I have the great fortune to be the principal of Capuchino High School. Today is about celebrating the class of 2019 and appreciating all that your families have done to support you to this point. I would like to take a moment to thank specifically all of the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, and the many others who have provided love and support to you along the way. Thank you. For our graduates, please take a moment to look around. Soak in your last moments as an entire class together. You have years of shared experiences and memories. For me, graduation is always such a special recognition because it both appreciates your individual achievement while doing so in a collective manner. Together, you've enjoyed moments of success, strife, each time picking one another up, offering a hug or a high five, or maybe a, "You're awesome." Thank you for welcoming me into your community, your school. I hope that today you are filled with confidence, an inner confidence that radiates throughout you and reaches your family and friends who join us today. Where does that confidence come from? Why today? Will it maintain? I love spending my days with you guys, and as a result, I think a lot about what it must be like to be a young person today. Frequently, I think about insecurity. As a young person, I was fairly insecure. In fact, at the end of my first week of college, I called my father one evening and said, "Dad, I'm coming home." There was a long pause as I waited for his response. "No," he said. I followed up. "Sorry, Dad, but I don't think you heard me. I'm really unhappy and I need to come home." His reply was very simple. "I love you, Jess." "Nope, no, you're not." I didn't know how to respond. The conversation continued on with him offering his love and support, but with a firm declaration that I would not be returning home. Something also about a non-refundable deposit. Why did I want to go home? Because I had eaten breakfast, lunch, and dinner by myself in the cafeteria without a single new friend. I look back on this experience and it feels silly because I was willing to throw away everything I had worked for just because I was worried about what a bunch of other college freshmen thought about a skinny kid from Mendocino with acne eating by himself. Although I ended up eating numerous meals alone, I am grateful that my dad made me stick it out and that he made me face my own insecurity. I ended up making important friendships, finding a career that I love, and meeting my wife. As you get older, it gets easier. For whatever reason, you grow into yourself. You become comfortable. I have no idea why this is the case, but I ask you, class of 2019, to define yourself. Don't let others do it for you. When you hear that inner voice becoming deficit-oriented, I'm not smart enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not strong enough, I don't look like everyone else, pause and realize you are good enough. It's easy to tell yourself you're good enough when you're filled with confidence in moments like this. But in moments of vulnerability, it can be much more difficult. I'd like to offer you 3 ways in which you may try to combat these insecurities when they first surface. First, recognize it. How does your body and mind react in a moment when you lack inner confidence? Do you notice nervousness, maybe like me right now, a quicker heart rate, a cycling of negative thoughts. It's tough to monitor your own reactions, but that identification is an important first step. Second, do what Ms. Gould would do. Use a growth mindset. Carol Dweck's work reminds us that we consistently must grow as learners and people. None of us are perfect, but the best continually improve by reflecting on previous experience. And third, think of a person you admire a great deal. Perhaps they're sitting out in front of us today. What advice would they offer you in this moment of insecurity? Perhaps a relative, a mentor, someone at CAP. They would remind you of your previous successes, praise your challenges that you've overcome, or share a comment about your self-worth. Now, I know it's not educationally sound just to tell you how to shift your mindset. So let's go through a brief, experiential learning activity to ensure that there is an impact. I promise it'll be easier than an IA with Mr. K. Here's what I need. When I make a statement that is true of you, graduates, please stand. Beloved friends and family and staff, when the group of students stand, please fill them up with confidence so they remember where they came from. Provide cheers and applause to remind them of their self-worth. Please stand if you have taken an IB class at Capuchino High School. You may be seated. Please stand if you speak 2 or more languages. You may be seated. This one's easy. Please stand if you have made a mistake and learn from it. Please stand if you have competed as a Mustang athlete. You may be seated. Please stand if you are the first in your family who will be going to college. You may be seated. And last, but certainly not least, please stand if you are a proud, soon-to-be CAP graduate. You may be seated. Each of you has a tremendous capacity for good. You're surrounded by those who love you, and the sky is the limit. Please don't let others dictate your value. Define yourself by doing good for others and believing in yourself. Nothing will fill you up more than helping others. Capuchino is proud of you. I am incredibly proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2019. And now for the presentation of the class of 2019. Let us welcome President Greg Land of the San Mateo Union High School District Board of Trustees.
It is my honor to accept the class of 2019. Normally, we do a speech, but I'm just going to make an observation. What I observe here is amazing positive energy from support in the audience. Congratulations. This is amazing, and you're a great support for everyone. And your energy up here is incredible. You're an incredible group. Thank you very much. You have an amazing principal as well. Principal Boyce, on behalf of the San Mateo Union High School District of Trustees, Board of Trustees, we accept the graduating class of 2019 from Capuchino High School. I'm going to get this wrong. And now please welcome our first teacher reader, Mr. Scott Kuchinig.
Will the first row please stand? Joanna Caberto. Alexandra Acevedo. Dylan Ackerman. Cameron Agtual. Natalie Aguilar Alvarez. Ruth Aguilar Arden. Naomi Albanez Ortega. Jonas Aldiger. Ziki Kayla Zhang. Isabella Catherine Valenti. Wei Tun Nang. Elena Keys. Sharia Jayanthi. Shipe Tina Fu. Jonathan Kobe Kayaban. Lauren DiBattista. Lynette Caballero. Emily Vassell. Brendan Verna. Gianna Vasquez. Joshua Hafter. Antonio Gamba. Nicholas Barantes. Arabella Kabibi. Jessica Wong. Monique Lennon Gonzalez. Josephine Locke. Grayson Mahan. Zidane Millie. Jonathan Natividad. Hinjel Tandil. Mark Yu. Kaylani Aldegar. Carla Alvarado Aguilar. Maribel Alvarez. Pedro Alves Martins. Maricela Amaya. Jared Ambrosio. Victor Arroyo Murcia. Ivy Starobin. Will the next row please stand? Darina Astrohansif. Catherine Attard. Betsy Avalos. Roy Avila Diaz. Nicole Awad. Rowan Baki. David Balague. Sofia Barahona Bonilla. Nicholas Bastos. Jasmine Bedoya. Vincent Borgello. Eliza Ann Borlat. Edward Branson. Christian Brazil. Brian Felipe Brito. Brenda Burright. Brett Butterfield. Leilani Kabatu. Yanfen Chia. Ricardo Celis Coyi. Juliana Cerron. Sebastian Chamorro Morales. Benjamin Chin. Haiyan Cho. James Choi. Haley Cochran. Connor Copeland. Aaliyah Correa. Michael Cruz Pizarro. Maritza De La Torre Ayar. Sergio Rodriguez de Sa. Kayla D'Antoni. Nelson Diaz. Gabriella Donnelly. Sofia Dos Santos. Shiloh Drenning. Sylvia Eduardo Navarro. Stephen Iserly. Yasmin Esquivel. Kevin Fernandez. And our next reader, Mr. Manalo.
Will the next row please stand? Mark Fernandez Linares. JC Fernandez Aguilar. Ileana Flynn. Tyler Fortune. Gianluca Alessandro Francisco. Yvette Franco. Anthony Fukuta. Alex Galindo. Marianne Gallon. Jada Gantulga. Ruben Garcia. Tristan Garcia. David Garcia Garnica. Ulysses Garfias Mendoza. Anthony Gallardi. Tabitha Goldman. Angel Gomez Navarro. Pedro Gonzalez. Zirui Go. Christian Gutierrez. Aaron Hada. Faith Hagan. Marquise Haywood. Antonio Hernandez. Luis Hernandez. Maya Hernandez. Jenna Hodges. Paulina House. Adrian Hussery. I'm so sorry. Akel Jack. Hassam Jamali. Vivian Jang. James Jin. Amit Jogia. James Calais. Fazan Khan. Salma Khan. Wanwisa Kongsanit. Luca Kinchin. Aristotelis Lampros. Will the next row please stand? Amber Larson. Elisiva Latu. Charlie Messina Nestora Lawrenson Nakiso. Aiden Ledesma. Dylan Leis. Nicholas Lee. Zenan Lee. Anastasia Libov. Kathy Lynn. Miley Lipton. Nicole Liu. Lorenz Lomio. Pablo Lopez. Juan Lopez Velasco. Angelica Lujano. Mark Ludis. Brandon Mailangi. Isabella Maramonte. Zarian Martin. David Martinez. Wendenberg Martinez. Anthony Masuko. Caitlin McAuliffe. Madison McGough. Christian Medina. Jose Mendoza. Fatima Menjavar. Kayla Milanes Carnicer. Janer Miranda. Jan Kyle Miranda. Manuel Miranda. Stephanie Miranda Perez. Malaitia George Misa. Mariana Mizraoui. Nadia Mizraoui. Cecilia Mawala. Samantha Molina. Tomas Maloney Barrios. Andrew Monazon. And I'd like to introduce our next reader, Mr. Rodriguez.
Will the next row please stand? Cecilia Mora. Rigo Morales. Jennifer Mota. Yvette Mota Ortiz. Dunia Mukulis. Saraí Moya Sánchez. Jaden Murillo. Rocío Navarro. Jared Nelson. I'm so proud of you. Inoneri Netane. Charity Naluafe. Megan Ortiz. Kenneth Osterlin. Nia Pascual. Good job, guys. Jessica Pascual Mendenhall. Maria Narciso. Diego Peláez. Dante Peridotto. Mayra Perez. Tristan Peterson. Ruth Pinlock. Daisy Plasencia. Rihanna Portillo. Janelle Rader. Viviana Ramirez. Luana Ramos. Ellen Rell. Isabel Real. Eduardo Rivera. Kathy Rivera. Alex Rodriguez. Catherine Rodriguez. Melissa Rodriguez. Salvador Rodriguez. Nathan Rogers. Megan Rogie. Jesus Rojas. Cristian Rojas. Jocelyn Rosley. Axel Rubalcaba.
Hell yeah, Axel. That's what I can see out there. Congratulations.
Will the next row please stand? Jesse Rubalcaba. Eduardo Salazar. Gabriel Saldana. Hunter San Agustin. Daniel Sanchez. Vincent Sanchez. Jesse Sanchez Estrada. Adrián Sánchez. Pedro Santos. Darren Shanesy. Fennel Schubert.
Hello, Ms. Rodriguez. It's been a ride. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Maya Scott. Varun Sharma. Pierre Shihare. Ravneet Singh. Wyatt Sloan. Nico Solomon.
Thank you.
Vincent Spadaro. Andy Estulcer Rivera.
Thank you, man.
Karen Sutarji. Siegfried Tablang. Rachel Tam. Alexis Tejeda Lopez. Cruz Thompson. Michaela Lynn Thompson. George Toda. Sammy Toda.
Alipate Tutoe. Louis Tuogamusu. Joseph Umali. Nicholas Bahid. Dominic Valadez Garcia. Jay Valencia. Mateus Fernandez. Myra Vasquez. Juan Vega. Good job, Myra. Brian Vega Verdugo. Edwin Velázquez Díaz. Tyler Berna. Malia Bequiso. Will the last row please stand? Reese Viducic. Dulce Villanueva Balbino. Nicole Villegas. Ana María Blajopuliotis. Jenna Ward. Anthony Wilson. Giovanni Worthy. Stephen Yim. Zara Sagari. Yushun Zhou. All graduates, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019. Please remain standing as Mr. Boyce addresses the graduates.
Each graduate received a flower today to give to someone in their lives. Graduates, as a token of your gratitude, you will later hand your flower to someone here today who supported you throughout your high school years. We will now proceed to the official tassel presentation. At this time, class of 2019, please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2019.
No, people decorated it.
Thank you, guests, volunteer parents, Mr. Joey Tipton and the operations staff, campus aide, Mr. Eddie Ortiz, music director, Mr. Scott Souza. Capuchino Symphonic Orchestra and chamber singers, Mr. Drew Bywater, the ASB board, student councils, and members of the leadership class in the San Bruno Police Department. In addition, we would like to thank our generous donor, Recology. We would also like to thank the Graduation Planning Committee and the Grad Night Committee parents and guardians for giving countless hours to make graduation extra special. After the ceremony, please join the graduates at the reception in the cafeteria. Thank you to our junior parent committee for their hospitality and hosting this reception. Families, please wait for our graduates to walk across the field and meet you on the other end of the field. Thank you, friends and families. Congratulations and enjoy your celebrations.
2019.